No, that was some stupid nerd that just came in my room.
Oh, I was like, my bad.
We're not friends on Steam. So like, I'm sending you an invite, bro.
Hold on,
It should work in that.
I am not getting. Is there a way that I can see like my friends' games like listed on
Did
Age
you
of
just-
Empires?
Hey, did you just get something, Luke?
Yeah, I did. Hold up.
Okay, if that doesn't work, hit Shift Tab, right click my name, and then go down to Join Game. If that doesn't work, what I just sent you.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Oh, it says unable to join game, unknown error.
Okay, go do this. Go to your settings. In the bottom right hand corner, it's going to say something about a benchmark test. Just watch that little video. Maybe I don't know what else. I don't know why else it wouldn't let you join.
Hang on.
Benchmark should just be for rank.
Yeah, the benchmark.
Oh
is
yeah,
for
you're right.
ranked.
It says you're online on Steam. It doesn't say you're playing AOE. Are you?
Hang on. I closed it. Hang on.
Hey, shut up.
Kiss my balls.
Bro, shut up.
Did he just say kiss his balls?
Yes, Luke. He said kiss his balls.
Wow, it sounds like something a faggot would say.
Well, I mean, what if it was a girl?
Is that Rafe? Is that Rafe?
Yes, it's Rafe.
Tell him I still.
Hey Brady, what kind of map mode am I choosing?
Let's see.
Random.
So you're hosting a game, right?
All right, send me the invite
Did you
again,
click
Grant.
when you hit create lobby? Did you hit hide civ and public and
I
allow
have no
spectators?
idea. I did.
Well, why don't you restart it so you can make sure? Because otherwise, when you start it, I won't be able to join you guys if it's not all these things.
No. It says spectators allowed.
Okay, is it
All right,
public?
I'm in.
Because if it's not public, I won't be able to find it in the spectate games thing.
It's public.
Okay, perfect.
It's under Cardboardvest games.
Are we doing Coastal?
No, is that what map? I mean, we can choose map style. Right now, it's on a random map. Like, do I do deathmatch? No, that's too much resources.
By the way, real quick, can you make sure that as soon as the game starts, you pause the game? That way I can get it, because I'm gonna exit the voice, and I need to be able to get in to the game to spectate it before the game's like 6 minutes in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll pause it as soon as we start,
So,
and then just
once
no one
once
start
I'm
immediately.
in, once I'm spectating, I'll tell you, and I'll hop out, and you can start the game.
All right.
So
Cool.
so you're looking at random map, right?
Mm-hmm.
The location. What are you hitting for that? You guys need to either pick a map, or you need to hit random land map or something. Do you guys want to play arena?
Yeah.
Do you want to play arena? That's a good one for.
No, I don't. I don't want to play arena.
Well, that's because you want to rush.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly why.
And the other guys. Well, why don't you guys vote on it? I mean, what map do you want to play?
Just
I
play
don't
random.
care.
Play random.
All right,
Yeah.
random, whatever.
So hit random, Jason, land, and then click on land maps, and then you need to unclick African clearing because that's a nomad. Unclick fortress.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
It says random.
Yeah, click random and then click land maps underneath it.
Oh, land maps. Okay, yeah.
And then see how it says some of them are yellow. You need to left click on African clearing because that one's going to be nomad. You don't want that. Unclick fortress as well because fortress starts you off with like farms and all kinds of crap.
Okay.
Unclick land nomad. Unclick mountain pass.
Okay.
Unclick steppe. And Socotra.
Hold on. Step.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Socotra. And unclick Wolf Hill. Wolf Hill, you will die, and you will. It's a terrible map. And then once you have all those, just hit apply at the bottom right. Make sure the map size is medium, 4-player, standard difficulty, standard resources, 200 pop, normal speed, normal reveal map, Make sure that there's no treaty, and make sure the victory says conquest. And then you guys make sure you have the right teams. You can lock teams if you want. Team together, lock speed, and then hit record game, and nothing
Yep,
else.
he's got lock teams, team together, lock speed, record game, and nothing
Okay,
else.
that's
So
good.
just cardboard.
Do you guys have
Yeah.
hidden? Do you have hidden civs right now, or can you all see each other's civs?
No, we
each
can
other's
see.
sets.
Yeah, we can see.
Well, if you guys are cool with that, then whatever. Otherwise, you'd have to remake the lobby to do hide civs. I think. Yeah, you'd have to remake the
It's
lobby.
it's fine. I'm not good enough to see someone else's civ and immediately switch to a better one. It's fine. I don't care.
Okay, and what is the name of your game?
Cardboardvest.
Lobby.
Okay. Whenever you guys are ready, go ahead and start it, and then as soon as the game starts, just pause it. And let me know when you're there, because it will not find the game until you're actually in the game for some reason. I don't know why.
That's gonna work out good. Hey, and when we pause this, let's swap chats.
All right, let me know whenever you guys are good.
All
right.
Hey, Murdock, let's go to a different chat.
Well,
Hello?
Murdock, you there?
Oh, he's muted.
Yeah, sorry. I'm
Okay.
sorry. A friend needs laundry detergent.
Is the game started?
Yeah.
It's paused right now.
Okay.
Yeah. 3,
Let me look for
2.
it. Hang on.
Oh.
Don't start it. I gotta find it. So it's called Cardboardvest's game.
Yeah. I'm gonna say start game in 10 seconds.
Well, hang on. Okay, never mind. I found a golden pit. Okay, I am in the game. I'm headed to the game now, so I'm gonna hop out of chat, boys. Good luck. All right, ladies and gentlemen. We have a 2v2 match here between Cardboardvest in the blue pieces playing as the Mongols and Howling Mad Murdock playing as the Khmer with the gray pieces versus Lukey Luke playing as the Spanish and the one and only Slaughter of Floppies, who is in the green, using the green pieces playing as the Goths, which is his specialty. Floppy does not veer much off of what he is comfortable with. He finds a civ and plays it for a while as long as he's comfortable with it, and then goes from there. He is starting off with 3 houses at the beginning, which is a little bit unique. Normally you want to start off with 2, that way you have enough wood for, let me check his, that way you have enough wood for a lumber camp as well as shortly thereafter a mill. However, he may be doing things a little bit differently this round. We have here Howling Mad Murdock starting off with no houses. And, okay, there's his house there. He's starting to build. Cardboardvest has the Mongols finishing up 1 house. And we'll probably start building a second one shortly. And then we have Lukey Luke already has 2 houses on the board playing as the Spanish. It's going to be interesting to see a Spanish Goth combo. So we're going to have no walls for the Goths and infantry with very high pierce armor in the Huskarl. And my favorite unit in the game, really, is the Conquistadors. So we'll see if Lukey's able to build them. They are a difficult unit to build early on. If you go straight for Conquistadors, a lot of times you can kind of get in a hole and not have an army. So we'll see exactly what kind of unit composition he uses here. And Cardboardvest leaving his scout right outside of Red's TC, but luckily for Cardboardvest, Red does not see that and get any shots. Oh, he's seen it now. He's going to get a couple shots on it. He steals 4 sheep. Let's see if he's able. He's leading them away. He's leading 2 of them away. This is a huge steal if he can get away with it. 200 food stolen away from Lukey Luke. And Lukey Luke's scout is probably going to be looking for those here shortly. And looks like he's going to run right into him. Just by chance. Maybe? Yes, he will. And he will recover his 2 sheep. Very good work there by Lukey Luke. Nice try there by Cardboardvest. Cardboardvest. Now, what is he doing with this lumberjack? That's the question. Oh, and there down goes Howling Mad Murdock's scout. Now, that spells trouble for Howling Mad Murdock. And I think we're going to see some special out of Murdock this game. Pretty much every single game he attempts to do something special. So we are going to see exactly what that is. Nice boar lure there by the Chimera player. All the players just doing some early food, early scouting. Let's go down and look at Floppy Slaughter's Fog of War here. So he's done some scouting right around his base, looking for sheep, looking for boar. He's got 2 boar right here that he's not currently using. And so probably we'll use them here later on. Of course, the Goths have a very, very good bonus against the boar. And it's very hard. I think it's almost impossible to lose a villager to the boar as the Goths, because they do so much damage to them. But Floppy Slaughter really working on the ostriches here. The deer, unfortunately, he took down 4 deer with 5 hunters, and you really want to have 2 hunters per deer is typically the most efficient way. And it looks like Cardboardvest going to use the same strategy here, working on the deer, which is really smart. Luke there gets a little scout of what's going on over in Blue's base. But pretty standard builds. I'm not noticing anything really out of the ordinary here. I'm kind of half expecting Murdock to go heavy into stone here just any second. But this is a pretty standard build. If you look down here at the bottom, total score right now, Cardboardvest and Floppy Slaughter kind of in the lead. I'd like to see if there was a... there isn't, but I would like to see a comparison of all of the populations. Cardboardvest at 19, Floppy at 20, Howling Mad Murdock 20, and Housed, unfortunately, and Lukey at 16. So Lukey is a bit behind. Also, you never want to start building farms this early. The reason being, you screw up all of the wood, the amount of wood that you have. He's going to be running from behind. He's not going to be able to build buildings when he could be using those villagers that are building farms on these boar over here, as well as these ostrich and these goats. So you really don't want to build farms until you've exhausted every single thing that you can see. And let's see what his Fog of War looks like. So he is doing a lot of scouting of his opponent, but he has not scouted both of his boar, he has not scouted the ostriches, and he has not scouted the 2 goats. And so that's kind of a problem. You need to scout more than just this right around your home base, or else you're going to be relying on farms. which it's just too early to be working on farms. As you can see, everyone else is working on berry bushes, boar. He's the only one that has farms, and so hopefully that doesn't come back to hurt him. And Cardboardvest built his mill out here, presumably in between, so that he could get some of the ostriches, as well as use this for the berry bushes. However, if he still has his scout, which it looks like he does not, it's better to use your scout to push these deer or ostriches towards your mill and build your mill on your berry bushes than it is to build it halfway. But he may have lost his scout early on, so that's not an option for him at this time. And there goes down another boar. Now he's got 2 boar down. Okay, he's going to use these villagers from berries he's going to use on this boar here, so I guess that's an okay move. The 11-minute and 40-second feudal age for Murdock here, playing again as the Khmer. And it's going to be interesting here as we look at the Khmer tech tree. It's going to be interesting. An elephant civ, but one of the civs in not the newest DLC, but the DLC before that, that allowed the newest unit, one of the newer units, the newest elephant unit, I should say, which was the battle elephant. And so these battle elephants, their unique tech is that they get +3 attack, and they move 10% faster. With the Malay, they are 30% cheaper, and each one of those civs has something different about the battle elephant. And the Khmer is that they are faster, which is a pretty neat option. Of course, we know monks are a hard counter to elephants, and so we'll see if anybody starts to build monks. And there is Floppie's scout right underneath the TC, but he doesn't have any villagers around, so he is safe for the time being. And looks like Lukey Luke is housed at 20. He is a little behind Cardboardvest at 26, Floppie at 28, and Murdock at 25. Cardboardvest advancing to feudal age at 14 minutes. Looks like everybody's in feudal except for Floppie Slaughter, who does have the highest score, and Floppie has exhausted the nearby food and has just now moved to farms, building a barracks there. And a lot of farms here coming from the Khmer. Now, if I remember right, the Khmer do not have to, yes, the farmers do not require mills or town centers to drop off food. So you can build these farms as far away from the TC as you want to, and it is a really nice food eco bonus for the Khmer. Cardboardvest going straight for the market and blacksmith, and is he able to move up? No, he is not. He has 400 food. Building 2 more villagers though, and he is going to need to start building farms here very shortly. This is not a very efficient way to have 11 villagers on one berry bush. They just don't gather at an efficient rate. So he's going to have to move to farms now, and I imagine his food supply is going to go up here quickly. And probably within the next couple minutes, going to be moving right up to castle. Floppie Slaughter coming out with the early advantage in points right now. Almost a little over 1,300, and he is no newbie to the AOE game. Going to be interesting if he is allowed to get to the point where he can pump out these champions and Huskarls. If the Goth get to that point and their eco is strong, they're very difficult to take down. So far, there is no early aggression, as well as nobody touching this middle section. In fact, let's see if anybody has even scouted that middle. Floppie Slaughter has run through it. I don't know if he realizes what it is, and I know that they probably don't realize what this map is. Floppie Slaughter, or a Cardboard, has definitely run through it and knows what's in the middle there. as well as Howling. Okay, I guess they have, now that they have markets, they're all going to have pretty much the same. And Luke is housed at 25. This guy needs to set some guys on just house duty, or else he's going to be in trouble getting housed this many times early on in the game. I think we're going to have our first interaction here between Floppy Slider and Murdock. Murdock, again, lost his scout early on, so he is not able to scout anything that's going on here. And Floppy Slider could definitely push right into these farms and into this wood line and do a little bit of damage. And at least, since he's already paid for these units, he can at least stop the economy in this area at least. So let's see if he's able to capitalize on that. And we do have Murdock researching Castle Age. He's halfway there. Floppy is 10%, 11% of the way to Castle. It looks like Cardboard and Lukey Luke still in the feudal age. Lukey Luke making some pikes right now, some spearmen, just in case there is a cav rush, which of course, unless it's a night rush, if it's a scout rush, it would have already happened by this point. But by the 20-minute mark, it would have already happened. And Lukey Luke's about to get housed at 35. Oh, no. Oh, he just built a house. Very nice. I don't know where it was. Oh, here we go, right here. So just a pointer, when you're playing in a game like this where there isn't natural walls, like Arena or something else, Black Forest, you want to kind of use these houses as a house wall around your lumber camp. You also can use them in between woods like this or like this, just to at least give you a couple of spots that the enemy definitely cannot come through, and limit the direction that they can come from, if not block them altogether. And he definitely has plenty of spears here. Looks like Howling Mad Murdock just hit Castle. He is going to throw up a second TC. He's not going aggressive, which is very different for him. He's putting up 2 TCs. He's going eco. He is not building a castle. He is not going aggressive. And here comes Floppy Slider. Floppy Slider not paying attention to his troops. Going to lose a couple here. Probably maybe 2. I already lost 1. He did stop a little bit of farming time, which is of about 6-7 farms, so that is good. However, he does need to scout this lumber mill to the west of him. If he's able to scout that, then he is able to attack all of those villagers, but he does not scout it. Let's see if he knows it's there. He does not. He has not scouted that area. He does not know the lumber camp and the stable are there. However, he is the first one to the party in the middle. And this is very, very, very smart of him to build a TC and a castle. This middle is going to be where everybody's going to be fighting over here in a little bit. As you can see, Cardboardvest has got these 2 piles of gold here. And that is it. That's all that he has left. And he's going to have to move to the middle. Most people have 2 piles of gold left. Here we go. Here come the battle elephants, which these battle elephants, against the infantry of Floppy Slider, they will demolish his infantry unless he has pikes or halbs. Lukey Luke starting to research Castle Age, 10%, 12% in. Normally, you know, that would be a little bit of a rough time, but I think in this situation, with these players, I don't think he's going, it's not game ending to get to Castle Age at this point. No one has an army that's large enough to threaten him and put him out of the game at this point, and especially since he's got pikes against these elephants. So notice none of these players are walling off. Or even attempting to, and Cardboardvest here is got a little bit of a half wall here between these trees, but those trees will be gone here shortly. TC and Castle are up. That is the second TC for Floppy Slider, and second TC and his castle is up as well. This is not going very well for economically for Floppy and Lukey Luke. They've got the Khmer player here on 3 TCs. And we've got some action here. Spearman versus Long Swordsman. Long Swordsman are going to win that battle every day. And he's going to retreat. Looks like Step Lancers for Cardboardvest coming from, I would assume came from his stable there because he doesn't have a castle. And if they run into these Spearmen, I don't know how effective these Spearmen will be considering they're not pikes. But they couldn't hurt, that's for sure. Everybody in Castle Age now. Cardboardvest continuing to build Step Lancers, and Floppy Slider getting into some Huskarls now at this point. And we see, of course, from Howling Mad Murdock, the wheelbarrow upgrade and 5 villagers. So he is going heavy, heavy eco. Again, this is going to spell trouble for Team Green and Red here in a minute, because if they don't get some, if they don't do some damage here as far as military, they're going to be behind economically. And here we go, Murdock is just now scouting this castle. He's going to lose a vill to it, and Floppy Slider's got his scout there on no stance, and he's going to lose a couple here. Now these, let's check out these Step Lancers from the Mongols. They must have a bonus versus infantry. They're definitely doing some pretty good amount of damage here. So they're a light cav unit, 70 food, 45 gold, increased attack range. So yes, they do well versus infantry, and they have a little bit of extra range. So this is a pretty good counter, honestly, to Huskarls. And you can see that Floppy obviously realizes that and begins to build Spearmen, but let's see if he's beginning. He is beginning the pikeman upgrade, so very smart of him. Howling Man Murdock is able to carve out a little bit of real estate here on the east side of the Golden Pit. But it looks like, ladies and gentlemen, this is not going to be a quick game. This is going to go long, and which is a good thing. So grab your popcorn, grab a drink. In fact, I might go grab a drink myself. Castle up for Cardboardvest. That is going to be able to defend him against this little rush of Floppy Slaughter. Not really a rush, but at least give him a little bit of defense over this edge. And what a nice advantage, because he's on the hill, so he is going to get extra hill damage, a hill bonus damage from these arrows. Howling Mad Murdock continuing to pack on the upgrades here. Going into Imperial Age. This is a respectable Imperial Age time, 32 minutes, 20% in. And continuing to build villagers. So let's take a look at his population. He's at 77, which I kind of expected more than that with 3. Lukey Luke's at 63, and Lukey Luke only has 1 TC. Got a lot of military, though. Floppy Slaughter at 57. Wow, that is a very low amount. And Cardboardvest at 72. And Cardboardvest now has 2 TCs. Yes, 2 TCs and a castle. And this little raiding force of Step Lancers here is definitely going to be a problem for Lukey Luke. He does not have a significant amount of pikes in his base. He does have a good amount down south, and he has some conquistadors. But these Step Lancers and Mangadai are pretty much going to wreck everything. I don't know if he even sees them at this point. Okay, and he did see him now. And a couple spearmen heading into certain death here. And here come the battle elephants here in the middle. Are they going to be able to take down a castle? Floppy Slaughter does have murder holes researched. That is good. These Mangodai have no upgrades, and the Step Lancers have +1/+1 upgrades right now. Man, how are these pikes still alive? Cardboardvest must not realize that he's got some pikes killing villagers. Because of the battle that's going on here, he's probably not paying attention. But four pikemen have killed a pretty good amount of villagers here. And he is going to pull the Lancers out, which is good thing for Red. Red was a little bit stressed out there. Battle Elephant's pulling off of this encounter here. Cardboardvest kind of getting the poor end of the stick here with the 2v1, and there is a little pikeman hiding back behind those trees. Kind of getting 2v1 right now, but still, honestly, still holding off. He hasn't lost anything drastic. He's going to build a castle here. He's going to be all right. And, man, Howling Mad Murdock building trade cards now. Honestly, I don't think that these Battle Elephants, there's anything to stop them right now. Obviously, they're not going to take down a castle or anything crazy, but they are going to do enough to just kind of keep green at bay here. And we have the pikemen just kind of chasing around Step Lancers. Not really what you want to do with pikes. You don't want to be using them in an offensive position. Really what he should be doing is focusing on the Conquistadors and going all Micro Jackson with the Conquistadors. These Conquistadors, by the way, in case you didn't know, if you hit the G button on your keyboard, your units will stop and then they will begin to attack. So in the case of a Conquistador, if you're running with them and then you hit G, they attack, and then you can click again and keep running. That way you can continue to harass and do damage without taking damage. And Cardboardvest's in a little bit of trouble here. About to lose this castle if something isn't done, and he just does not have the gold to build much more because he's not in the middle. He is mining this gold, but he really needs to get more. He needs to build probably about 8 more villagers and put them on gold, this gold pile in the back, and fight his way through here, or go around to the area that Murdock has to be able to use some of that gold. One lone goat over there for Cardboardvest in the middle of Lukey's base. Floppie, not a lot of defense at home, no walls at all for Floppie, and Cardboardvest's population has dwindled, whereas Floppie is housed at 100. Alright, here we go. The moment we've all been waiting for is Trebs. It's just a matter of time before those showed up when someone's in Imperial Age. And this is going to give a big advantage for Team Cardboard and Murdock. Oh, and he has Ballista Elephants as well, which will do well versus Infantry, as well as really the Conquistadors. And it looks like this castle is going to go down. There's really nothing to stop it. These pikes are not going to be enough to be able to take down this trebuchet in time, and that castle is going to go down. Floppy is going to need to either mass some pike Huskar combo to stop these trebs, or he's going to need to get to Imperial Age himself. And now he just lost 20 population. Now he's housed at 80. There's really nothing he can do other than go to Imp at this point, and he's not going to Imp. Lukey Luke, this is a perfect opportunity for him to raid with these 8 of these Conquistadors through the back door and just scout around and raid. You can't lose anything. All you're going to do is scout with them. You don't want to take all of them because they all can't even really fire on a single target quickly without being taken out by a siege ram or a siege onager or a mangana or something like that. But 6 or 8 of those would be profitable to use, and there's a couple of these mangana are going to go down. They have no upgrades, and neither do the Conquistadors. So some of these players have not downloaded the Blacksmith DLC, and so they're going stock. And it looks like that Murdock has downloaded the Blacksmith DLC, and as has Floppie Slaughter. This economy is going to be a problem. You can tell by the score. Murdock is doing very, very well. 115 pop, and his army, although it's smaller in number, it's stronger when it comes to quality. And he even has a monk healing his elephants, which is something that's a little underrated these days. Something you don't really see much, but it is kind of an important thing. Floppie Slaughter is 76% of the way through Imperial Age. Exactly what he needs to be able to start building. Obviously, he has a lot of gold, and he's spending all of it in order to get to Imp, and also to be able to build all of these Huskarls. But I don't know if little attacks like this are really going to be profitable. He is definitely going to take down the Trebuchet. But these Ballista Elephants and the Skirms are going to... Oh, he did not get the Trebuchet! The Trebuchet gets away! This is terrible! Is he going to focus fire the Trebuchet? Trade cards coming through here. It is going to get away. That is not what he wanted to do. He's taking Petards to the castle. 4 Petards is going to take about 50% of the health down. And now here come the Conquistadors. Now these things are powerful when they get moving. Look at how boss mode those things are. Castle's built here by Lukey Luke in an aggressive position. Very nice castle. However, he is going to lose it to these battering rams. If he does not take care of the battering ram. The skirmishers will not be a problem, as neither will the step lancers. But just needs to target fire that battering ram. And these Conquistadors, honestly, although Lukey Luke has been kind of on the back foot most of this game, it's really looking like the tide is turning with all these Conquistadors. And these skirmishers need to be upgraded. Regular skirmishers are not going to do the trick. And they also are going to need a lot of the blacksmith upgrades, which are not accomplished at this point. Howling Mad Murdock has been pushed back out of Gold City. He does have a couple villagers down here, but that is some fine work by Floppie Slaughter. And Mass Conquistador, let me tell you, is difficult to deal with, especially when you don't have gold. And now, Cardboardvest getting pushed on by Trebs, and he is going to take out this Treb with Mangadai. Mangadai have an additional special damage to siege weapons, and he's going to take out this Treb. He is, and he's going to pay for it dearly. But he is going to, at least for the time being, although there is another Trebuchet right here, he is going to stave off the death of that castle. As you notice here, Ballista Elephants are definitely the right move against Conquistadors. But he just doesn't have enough. Mass Ballista Elephant would do really, really well versus these Conquistadors. And these Trebs are back. Is he going to be able to stop these Huskarls? I'm not sure that he is. Cardboard is going to need some help from his ally, and his ally is about to lose all of his trade units. His ally, who has the best economy in the game right now, is going to need to get some skirms, and he's going to need to get something to be able to... Really, skirms and battle elephants would be enough to... down goes the castle for Cardboardvest, and this has got to be frustrating for him. He's really getting pushed. He's getting 2v1, and there's just nothing on this side of Gold City that Murdock can do about it. I mean, it's just so difficult for him to get his troops through here, and to go around. He's going to lose all of his trade carts. He really needs to pull these trade carts out. Lukey Luke and Floppy Slot are back on top of things after not being really in the best position economically, but when they decided to take over Gold City here, they really did a number on Cardboardvest just because he doesn't have the gold to be able to fight these conquistadors. But really, even Mass Skirmisher would be a good thing. Elite Skirmisher. Looks like he's trying to build them, but just regular skirmishers are not going to do the trick. He needs more range. They only have 5 range, and these conquistadors have 6. He's going to need them to be elite and have more range. And these two-handed swordsmen and Huskarls are going to... I think this is pretty much GG for Cardboardvest. I don't see how... Okay, and here comes the push by Murdock on the other side of the field to try to pull back at least Floppy Slaughter's armies, and he's going to take out his TC, his main TC. There were absolutely no walls here. Of course, he can't build walls, but building walls, as far as a house wall or anything like that. Even a couple, 3 wall thick palisade wall would be better than nothing. At least it gives you notification that the enemy's there. But this is really going to be an interesting trade here because Cardboardvest is... I think he's out of the game. I don't see him attempting to retreat. I think he's out of the game. He's not given up yet. But Murdock is... just ran through Floppy Slaughter. But Floppy, of course, knows that he has the center. He knows he can rebuild. And he knows that Cardboardvest is done. So this is going to become a 2v1, and it may be a 1.5 versus 1 for a little while. But, man, Howling Mad Murdock moving right in, and he's going to wipe these conquistadors off the map with ballista elephants, as well as infantry. They're going to need to figure out a better unit composition. Conquistadors are going to get wrecked by skirms, and infantry are going to get wrecked by ballista elephants. So there needs to be another unit composition that Floppy Slaughter and Lukey Luke put together, or Lukey Luke needs to take these conquistadors and he needs to move them somewhere else. Now here comes Green with a counterattack right into Murdock's base. Very smart. Not enough battle elephants to be able to defend this. They are elite battle elephants, but there just isn't enough to defend. And this is going to be a nice little counterattack. There's so much going on right now. Green desperately trying to get a TC up, but this is for naught. He's going to lose this. He's going to lose... Honestly, he's going to lose everything here. Nice help here by Red with the pikes, but they're just... I don't think there's enough here with the skirms and the ballista elephants. If the ballista elephants are managed properly, but if he sits them here, he's going to lose them to these infantry. He cannot do this. He's got to use that 10% speed bonus and micro these. He's back in Floppy's base. Of course, Floppy doesn't really have anything in this area as far as villagers. This is just a crazy, crazy, crazy game. Blue is not attempting to rebuild at all. Of course, he does not have a market, so let's look at Blue's. Blue has enough to build several TCs, and he's not building it, so I don't know if he has given up. He's still in Discord, and he's still in the game, but he's not building TCs. I don't know if he realizes that he is desperately needed at this point, and that Murdock is doing the best that he can to be able to, and he's been very effective at knocking out all of the food, at least, economy of Floppy Slaughter. Couple elite battle elephants being added to the mixture. For both the Spanish and the Goths, this is a scary unit composition. If Murdock is able to max out on skirms, battle elephants, and ballista elephants. This is a very scary unit composition for the Goths as well as the Spanish. Green just looking for another entry point or another area, or maybe some villagers of cardboard vests, and it looks like we're about to have one of the final battles. Blue has resigned. I don't know why I didn't see that. I'm not sure why he resigned. He has plenty of resources to be able to build TCs. He has plenty of space back here to build another TC, and his ally desperately needs him at this point, even just to put trash troops together. And these spikes are getting smashed by the ballista elephants and the skirms. And these conquistadors are going to be in trouble. You do not want to fight conquistadors versus skirms. Okay, good decision here to retreat. That is a bad engagement for conquistadors. Even though he does have the number advantage, he does not want to push in and lose these valuable gold units to kill some poop troop skirms. It costs only food and wood and are very, very low amount. See if I have the Discord app on my phone. Yes, I do. I'm gonna comment it there for white college. Oh, and the game is over. Murdock quits. Man, it's a difficult thing to go 2v1. Murdock did his best, and he really had so many advantageous unit compositions, so many advantageous effective engagements. It really put the pressure on Green, and Green just had to rebuild. But I think after he lost these trebs, I think that was about it. So, good game for Floppie Slider. It was good for him to adjust, really, middle of the game. The Conquistadors did exactly what they were supposed to do, and he doesn't even have any upgrades for these. They're not elite. They're standard Conquistadors. They have no blacksmith upgrades at all. They probably don't even have speed upgrades from the stable or HP upgrades. They only have 55 HP, so they do not have that as well. And Murdock as well played a very, very good game. It was just unfortunate that he was not able to get to the middle in time before that was taken over. That was really the play of the game. And so let's talk to the players and see what they have to say.
And I was letting my yeah, the conks were pretty savage, and they weren't even elite yet. But I didn't really know that, like, those whatchamacall them skirms, they were going hard, bro.
Skirmishers are the counter to conquistadors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I had so many skirmishers, dude. I was literally pumping them out.
Especially when your conquistadors have 0 upgrades of any kind.
I think it was like once we took the center.
The game, if you go back and watch the stream, the game ended when Jason had no access to gold and the middle was fortified. That was even with Denny losing his whole base, that move to the middle, being the first person to be in the middle and planting your castle right there.
I knew where Jason was. I put my castle right in front.
That was kind of the best move. That kind of, unfortunately, this is that map. I mean, where you have to be in the middle or you have to be trading. And if you're not in the middle, if you're not even splitting the middle, which you guys weren't, I mean, it's just so hard. Even though Murdock really, you had an excellent unit composition. That was a scary army for the Spanish and for the Goths. The ballista elephant countering infantry as well as conquistadors, and having the skirms, and then throwing in the battle elephants. That was really a scary mixture.
So what would have been the ideal play? Because I mean I don't know like a whole lot about the
ideal
composition
play
and stuff.
for so first of all, when it comes to
We ran out of gold. We ran out of gold.
That's exactly what it was. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
Jason couldn't make any gold troops, and I ran out, and I'm selling my wood and my meat and my soul for these elephants because it's like 3,000 food and 3,000 gold for one elephant. So I'm selling and trading and relicking and doing everything I can, and Jason couldn't get any gold.
I mean, Floppy was like, all right, he's like, let's go to the middle, and I was like, all right. I literally went up there. I built a town center and then I built a castle, and then I just started pumping out because I don't know. I just started pumping out those Hellbirdier or pikemen or whatever because I didn't know because I thought that they would have been the counter to those elephants, but I guess not.
If this map, to be honest, if this was any other map but Golden Pit, I think this game ends completely different.
I didn't know that the map was that way. I had no idea I was supposed to run out into the middle. I really didn't.
I was actually talking about that on the stream. I was like, I wonder. I was looking at who scouted what. I said, I wonder who has realized that all the gold is in and stone is in the middle of the map. And everybody had it scouted, but nobody made a move on it. And Denny's played Golden Pit before, so he knew that already.
At the very beginning of the game, I was like, hey, Floppy, I was like, is this like all the gold in the middle? And he's like, I don't know. I was like, Brady said that he said it was Golden Pit or something like that. I was like, so I'm guessing all the gold's in the middle. And like, I had communicated that right off the bat. And like, honestly, we really didn't even talk like hardly at all. Except for like, when he was like, all right, he's like,
Floppy doesn't talk much.
He was like, go build some stuff. He's like, we're moving up. He's like in the middle. He's like, go build up in the center. And I was like, all right. And then we literally didn't say a word like 90% of the game.
Yeah.
We were just playing. And I was like, because like, I don't know how to like call stuff out or anything like that.
I think you played better than I did because I was going more eco than sold troops and you went heavy troops.
That's because normally
you got housed like 1,500 times, dude.
I know.
I was
dude.
like, oh my gosh, he's housed at 15. He's housed at 20. He's housed at 25. He's housed at 30. I was like, when is he going to figure out to use one villager and just keep building more houses?
I don't know. I got
hard house.
Denny got hard housed when he lost that castle. He was already housed at 100, and then he lost the castle.
I just built a crap ton of houses after that.
Yeah.
That's what I was, because like I know that like, because that's happened to me before. Like I've been fighting somebody, and then all of a sudden like they start destroying my houses, and I immediately that stops like everything. Like you can't keep building troops. Yeah, it halts your production, and you have to stop and do that. So when we took out that castle,
go ahead, Luke.
I said when we took out that castle, I was like, bro, I'm about to start taking out some of these houses right here because I know that'll at least put a damper on something. That'll at least hinder him a little bit. So
neither one of you should have given up because Cardboard could have went north and built. He could have built all kinds of TCs and just built all he needed to build really against the conquistadors was trash troops. And then maybe you could find a way to get him some gold, but. Both of you. I felt like this game was going to go on a lot longer.
I did too.
I felt like Cardboard was going to rebuild, and I felt like Murdock was just going to, because Murdock went through. Murdock, if you would have, as you went through Denny's base, if you just would have went north and would have went through, you could have wiped out Luke's base as well.
Yeah,
My base didn't matter because I was already established.
Yeah, you were in the middle, so that's what I kind of talked about how you adjusted like that. That didn't really matter because you were in the middle, and you kind of adjusted to that. But at least you could have destroyed some of your tech, some of your buildings, your farms, and the same thing for Lucas. At least he could have forced you guys to be in the middle and wiped out everything else.
Yeah.
Well, so even on I'm saying had I seen this, because I was so scared, I was like, bro, they've got 30 conquistadors right here, and there's no telling what's behind them. But they're behind them, there's nothing.
No,
and I had enough elephants and skirmishers to take out those conquistadors.
That's why
and
I was very surprised.
I still had
that you quit,
3 trebs. protected those trebs, they were right in range of this TC and this castle. Dude, I should not have given up. Had I seen the whole map, I would not have.
I was very surprised you gave up because I was like, he's not. I don't want to say you definitely weren't winning at that point, but you weren't losing either. Especially when those conquistadors, if you would have built like 2 mangonels, that would have wiped out one shot because he had no upgrades. Those things didn't have speed upgrades. They didn't have health upgrades. They didn't have range, attack, nothing. And so, they weren't elite either. So you would have wrecked
That's
those
why
things.
I was able to hang in it for the time that I did, is because of 2 reasons: unit composition, and then I had all upgrades.
Your unit composition was straight hard counter to everything they were building.
I just didn't know. Like, I guess I feel like if he would have kept going, I don't know. Because I just didn't know what to counter that with. Like, I was like,
right.
If
you haven't been playing a lot and you don't know what counters what, it's hard to. It's not. You can't look at the stats and be like, oh yeah, skirmishers counter this. You just have to know it by playing the game. It's not clear. There's not like this. There's not like a thing that says this counters this, counters this. It's just like, skirms counter archers, they counter cav archers, they counter gunpowder units, and they counter conquistadors. You just have to learn that. But you need to use your blacksmith.
Yeah.
So for elephants, you would want halbs, except for they're too slow. So you would want camels. Is that right? Because that's what I would have done is camels.
Well, but I would not use camels against ballista elephants. Yeah, use them against battle elephants, but not ballista. Those ballista elephants, they are a terror to infantry and to those conquistadors. You're gonna want to use halbs versus the conquistador or versus the ballista, but they're just difficult because the ballista elephants are fast. For the Khmer, they're 10% faster than the regular elephants. So if you just kind of keep microing them back and stutter stepping and attacking, you can kind of get a lot of damage out of them. So yeah, they're expensive, but they're kind of a really neat unit. The ballista elephant. It's pretty much like a scorpion on top of an elephant. So it's good against infantry, which makes it hard to beat, hard to counter.
So are you guys done, or you want to run one more real quick?
You guys should honestly run that back, but not on Golden Pit.
Yeah, I agree.
Like,
are you down, Jason?
Yeah, I got one more.
I got one more? Well, actually, I told my wife this is my last one, so I'm not that on this. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I kind of want to.
Good game.
I want to watch it and see, like, look at all the stupid stuff I did and be like, all right, I need to fix that. I don't know why. I was so worried about, like, I just felt like Grant was about to attack at any time, so I was like, I gotta have troops. I definitely
I saw that because you started building spearmen. I was really expecting Murdock to be aggressive, and I could tell once he hit castle, he went 3 TC and boomed. I was like, okay, he is not being aggressive. And honestly, I really thought that Murdock was going to wreck everybody because of his economy was like double everybody else's.
That's what I told
Floppie. He was going to wreck.
I told Floppy at the beginning, he's like, yeah, Murdock likes to hold back, and I was like, bro, every single time I played with him, I was like, I've never seen that. Like the last time when he told me the other night when he played, he's like, yeah, I tower rushed Nathan and Aaron, and he's like, I beat both them. I was expecting him to do something like dummy aggressive. I was like, I just got to be ready. So I was so focused on pumping out troops, like I was just like, I was trying to do like quantity over quality, I guess.
Right.
But that was my mistake. So.
Yeah. If you watch that commentary, you'll see I kind of pointed out a couple mistakes that you had made. Yeah. So you'll see a couple of them at least.
Yeah.
So now that you've got a couple games and a couple W's, Luke, you want to run a 1v1 and Sled? You want to cast again?
I could if he's willing to play a 1v1 versus you.
I'm ready to do that. Yeah, I'll do it.
See ya. Floppie.
See ya, boss. Thanks for playing.
GG, Floppy.
GG.
I don't know how we won that.
If Jason wants to play, we could play a 4v4 ranked if Jason wants to play again.
I thought he said he was done for the night because he told his wife he was.
No, that was Denny.
Oh, well then, yeah. Where's Jason at?
Jason.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Do you want to play
okay.
a 4v4 or do you want to help me cast a 1v1?
I mean, I'll watch. I want to see what they got. I'm not. Man,
I feel like Murdock
I'm nervous.
I feel like Murdock is gonna handle business here.
I feel like that too. All right, hold on. I gotta run to the bathroom real quick.
All right,
I'll be
we'll
right back.
take a 3-minute break and be back. Somebody set up a lobby with Murdock. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'll do it. Man, I gotta watch people play for a minute. It's been so long. Like I know the basics, I know the micro, but like the macro, I have no idea.
You can't set it up, Jason. It's got to be them. We have to join it. Make sure that the civs are hidden. Make sure that it's public, and make sure that others can view it, spectate. In fact, I'll help you through the settings if you want to open it up real quick.
Okay, I am. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you. I've been watching the live the whole time, so.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, Murdock's game, public, players 2, password.
No password.
None. Hide civilizations, allow spectators, spectator delay, none. Server default, data mod, definitive.
Yeah, that's perfect. And then once he joins you, you'll have to send him an invite to join you. Once he joins you, you guys just need to pick your map and make sure all the settings are good. Make sure it's on normal speed, normal reveal map, standard, whatever it's called, resources, and then pick which map you guys want. Make sure it's a two-player map, small 2-player, whatever, 2-player. And
yeah.
Whenever you start it, I'll be right back. Give me like 2-3 minutes. But whenever you start it, we'll just pause it and then we can get in.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. Hey, are you there, Jason? Oh, he's on mute. Okay, never mind. He's not here. All right.
Maybe it's a newer thing, I guess. It might be. Here, come in here. Is anybody there?
Yeah, I am.
Dude, I was getting kind of like freaking sweaty, bro. Not like try hard, but I was getting like nervous. I was like starting to sweat, bro. I was like, oh frick. I felt like we were losing it there at the end, which I guess we were, and you didn't know that we were losing.
I didn't know, but I definitely was. Had you had upgrades, it would have been a little bit of different story, and had you built more stuff, but y'all didn't change your army comp, and you didn't have them upgraded. And to be honest, Floppie wasn't really doing anything, and I think Jason gave up a little too early. But it was still a good game. I was pouring sweat. I was wiping my armpits the whole time.
That's why I didn't understand why what's his boy gave up, because like literally right before Jason gave up, Floppy was like, he's like, yo, bro, he's like, all right, we gotta be ready, and he's like, we just gotta be ready because Jason's gonna come back for sure, and I was like, okay, all right, so I started, is this gonna bite me? Oh, what the?
No, it wasn't. See, it's like more the mindset. When you get thrown off your game, that's one thing. But like, I didn't have a plan to begin with, and on top of that, like I was way out of position to completely rebuild from top to bottom. I was like, man.
Yeah, it was tough for sure.
I mean, totally. I could have made it last a little bit longer, but like, honestly, like I said, it's been so long since I played this game. Like my macro's so terrible. I have to sit there and think about every move.
What do you mean macro? As far as like.
So I gotta
picture like economy.
I gotta know like how many resources I'm really spending when I drop certain barracks or archery ranges, whatever. And then like I gotta remember what tech I've researched so far, and like my tech was way out of whack, like because my tech was all gold into my knights, or because I had lancers and I had Mongols. So that's what I did, and then I ran out of gold, and none of my other tech was researched, and I was like, yeah, RIP.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't
I
know.
got 40 minutes.
All right, I'm back.
So I got 40 minutes, so we need to start.
All right, yeah, this should be quick.
Our
Not for me.
live is pretty cool though. That's what I was watching.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
What's the
Let's
name?
do
Of
it.
what's the name of the game?
Murdock's game. Hold on, let me send Luke an invite.
Yeah, get in there and get going.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I was just trying to like, I guess freaking spam stuff. I guess, dude. I don't know what the. I don't know.
Hold
was
on,
just-
I'm ready to go. I just need to go pee real quick.
I just don't know like the troop counters. I need to figure that out.
All right, Jason, you there? Jason, you there?
Okay.
Yeah, man, go ahead. I'll be there in a second. Like, go ahead, start the live. I'll join in. Or do I need to like join in prior?
It would be better if you went in and joined in from the spectating because it's going to be hard to see anything see everything that you want to see, and you're going to only going to be able to see what I see, not what wherever you want to go on the map.
All right. What do I need to do here?
So once the game starts, you'll go to spectate games. If you hit
In
multiplayer,
multiplayer?
and then find custom game,
Gotcha.
and then spectate. And once the game starts, we can just type in Murdock and then hit refresh or whatever, and it should pop up. And they're gonna unpause it once we tell them to.
All right.
And then we can move.
What's
It's
the-
called,
Then we
it's
can
called
move.
Murdock. How do you spell Murdock?
Murdock.
Okay, cool.
And then
Oh, yeah.
we'll move to the other voice chat.
No, you're fine. I'm
All
just gonna hop off because I'll just hop off because
Okay.
y'all can stay here and talk or whatever.
All right.
But
Yeah.
how do I pause it?
Do you have a pause button on your?
Is it F1 or F3? I think it's F3. You
It
can
may
press
be
the
If you have
pause.
a pause button on
I
your,
just hit the pause button.
Yeah, I don't see a
it
pause
says
button.
delete, pause, print screen.
You might
It's
not
next to your
have it
delete
if-
button.
Yeah, some laptops may not have it. But F3 should be F3.
Yeah, that's what it was saying last game when it was pause. It had
Okay.
parentheses F3.
Okay, yeah. Well, then let's start because I don't have a ton of time. Let's do this.
All right, start the game.
Okay.
the
I'm gonna go ahead and
game
hop out of
No,
here.
don't hop out yet. Don't hop. Oh boy. Don't hop out yet. I want to make sure we can get in before you do that.
Okay, I'm starting.
I'm nervous. Dang it. I'm
Bro.
gonna do my best here. We'll see what happens.
Just do some cocaine, you'll be alright.
Pause it, Luke.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Is it on?
Okay, now join.
Wait, what map is this? Is this the freaking?
I don't know. I just did random.
It is Arabia.
It looks like
Okay.
Arabia. Yeah. Okay.
Well, this looked exactly like the last one. This is what the last game looked like. All right.
You ready?
Did you find it, Jason?
It says searching games, hold on.
Just type in
Murdock.
I just typed in Murdock
Oh.
and then I hit refresh and it came up.
Oh no. 100-degree leather jacket, boy. All right, I'm gonna put my hoodie on. Actually, I think I just need to take my pants off because I play better when my pants are off.
I'm pretty sure he's streaming.
Oh, my bad. Oof.
That's a rip in the chat.
All right, KMS. Jeez. All right, I'm gonna hop out. Just wait for it to start.
Well, we gotta wait for him to tell us we're ready. We can't just hop out.
Jason, did you find it?
Well, it still says searching. Like I saw it one time when I went to join the lobby and it wouldn't let me.
Hit refresh again.
All right.
I just typed in Murdock. I didn't type in Murdock's game. I just typed in Murdock and then hit refresh.
The only thing that comes up for me is Phoenix Connection Game.
Maybe back out. Maybe hit something else and then go back into spectate and try it again.
Okay.
Wait, what pops up?
Find custom game. Oh yeah, I don't know, guys.
Well, you'll just have to watch the live stream then, I guess. I mean, you'll still be able to see what
Yeah.
I see, but... okay.
I guess I can't join the game once it starts, huh?
Well, I joined. No, that's when you. That's the only time you can join it is when it's after it starts. You can't join it while they're in the lobby. So I don't know why that is. That.
This is a lobby browser, right? Spectate games.
You need to hit spectate games, not lobby browser.
Ah, there it is.
I guess we won't talk about that, huh?
Are you in?
Yeah, I'm loading up right now.
All right.
Oh, 2 spectators.
Oh,
You guys,
go ahead.
yeah, you guys can hop out then of the chat and then. All right. Alrighty.
Hi, Monkey, play.
So we have here, the game's about to start whenever they decide to unpause it, but we have on the northeast side of the map, playing again as the gray pieces, we have Howling Mad Murdock playing as the Ethiopians. And on the west side of the map, we have playing as the red pieces, Lukey Luke playing as the Franks. And this is a 1v1 on Arabia. Lukey Luke a little bit newer to the Age of Empires realm. And Howling Mad Murdock, of course, a fan favorite. But we don't know exactly what he's going to do. The last time I saw him play as the Ethiopians, he archer rushed me. And the Ethiopians fire 18% faster archers. And they receive extra gold and food when they advance to the next age. So it's kind of a perfect civ to rush and feudal. And so it's probably what he's going to do here and make pretty quick work of this game. Lukey Luke, the red player going with 2 quick houses and going straight to sheep. And the same thing for Murdock. Joining me, co-casting, is the one and only Cardboardvest. Cardboardvest, how are you?
Doing great, man. Glad to be alive.
Give us some insider tips on what you think is going to happen with the Franks. Or maybe with this player, Lukey Luke, or with the other player, Howling Mad Murdock, now that you've played a couple games with them.
So I guess I can give you fresh set of eyes. It's been a while since I played AoE. Ethiopians, don't they get a building? What am I thinking of when they get a building? It generates resources.
That is the Portuguese.
So what is the Ethiopians?
They're an archer civ.
Ooh, against the Franks.
The Franks are cavalry civs. So, but if he pushes archers in the feudal age, which is what I think he's going to do, I think he's going to push archers in the feudal age, just because I've seen him do that before. And he is immediately going to steal 2 goats that Murdock had scouted. Lukey Luke is going to steal 2 of them, and Murdock's scout is on the other side of his base, so I do not think he's going to find these goats. He may not even realize that he lost them, but definitely a bonus for the Frank player. A couple stolen sheep. I noticed that last game, you trying to steal a couple sheep from Lukey Luke, and he was able to recover them. When did you lose your scout? Because I missed that.
So I lost my scout. Well, I went to go scout Denny, and he did the exact same thing to me. He did Murdock. When he killed his scout, he just put him on the center real quick and target fired my scout. I even said in the chat, I was like, wow, he's pretty quick.
Yeah.
It was a good move. I mean, obviously stealing someone's sheep is pretty nice. It's a nice little win at the beginning.
Nice boar lure here by Murdock. Going for the boar and berries. The unfortunate thing about Arabia is that the trees are so far spread apart from the safety of your TC. It makes it very easy for them to get harassed. Yep, and that's probably what we're going to see from Murdock as the Ethiopians. Probably going to have some archers headed that direction. And fortunately for Red, though, his lumber camp seems to be a little bit closer to his TC than Murdock's is to his TC.
So what Lukey Luke here does not want
is to get housed.
Late game. Yeah, or to get housed, which he just did.
And he doesn't even realize that he's housed because he's
just recovered a whole more sheep. Yeah, no, he's microing his sheep over here.
I see that, and he's not building a villager, so he hasn't heard the sound. Although Murdock might pick off these goats, no, he's not going to.
No, but he might grab these one in the back. So yeah, no, that's the other thing. You should always be creating villagers, which I mean.
Yeah, TC idle, not good.
No.
Not good.
And no.
And also very bad is farms this early in the game is not a good thing.
Yeah, you definitely mentioned that last time. And you know, Murdock right here is already up to 18, and he's still producing more.
And he's not going to be housed, at least for the next couple. He just got 2 more goats.
Yeah. Those goats, yeah.
He has not scouted that area, so he did not even know that he lost 2 goats.
No, he barely missed them. So, yeah, no, Luke definitely doesn't want a macro game here. He wants to build something early, kill first, and hopefully push because he's already getting outpaced.
As we did mention in the previous game, you do not really want to build houses sporadically like this. You want to build them, especially on a map like this, you want to build them either around your lumber camp to kind of give you protection from a scout push, or you want to build them in between lumber patches in order to kind of build a house wall. But building them kind of how Lukey Luke's build them, just kind of spread apart. At least put them together, but put them in a strategic place where they can really be a help to you.
All right, build a suburb, build better roads.
Yeah, infrastructure. That's what he needs.
Yeah, no, totally. Create lanes.
Let's see. Did Murdock get all of his boar? I think he did. Yes, but he has a couple goats in the back of his base that he does not see.
He's feudaling at 15. They
both are headed to feudal, and Murdock, even Murdock was housed for a second. But Murdock, let's see if he's going to pick off a couple villagers here. No, he's not. Nope, and he's not even going to get any arrows off. Building a barracks right now. I believe that Murdock went up that quickly. You know what? He can't be archer pushing with this many farms. There's no way. And
no.
And only 2 people on wood. No, he's not archer pushing. I'm not sure why he advanced so quickly. Oh no, he's got 4 up wood up there and 2. That makes no sense. So he's got 2 lumber camps with 6 people total.
Yeah.
If he is archer pushing,
yeah,
if he is archer pushing, he's not doing it the way he's supposed to. But I don't think that's what he's doing. So
do the Franks have a faster feudal time, or did Luke hit his first?
Yeah, he started first.
Okay, so what are we gonna see here? We got houses.
Yeah, Lukey Luke is not housed. He's at 16 out of 30.
He's
You really don't want to go up to feudal until you have at least 25 villagers. Murdock, continuing to build more villagers, did research. He's researching the gold upgrade, and he researched double bit axe, which are not typically what you want to do until you're on your way to castle, because it uses resources that you could be using to go to castle. But again, I mean, if he is going to do some kind of a push in feudal, it would make sense for him to research that. But it just doesn't seem like at the 13-minute mark, without even having any units being built, I don't think that's the direction that he's headed. And Lukey Luke going with a pretty standard build as well. Blacksmith, and probably going to put up a market whenever he gets ready. He did miss one of his boar, both of his boar and all of his deer. Neither player used their deer. Murdock, I don't think Murdock scouted it. Nope, he just barely missed it. And I think the same thing for Luke. Nope, Luke scouted his deer and his boar, just didn't use them. I don't know if he's not sure or confident maybe in a boar lure. But a boar lure is pretty much a must to be able to be competitive. You really cannot play without using your boar. And Howling Mad Murdock is housed again. Not really the advantage that I thought it would be. It's 30 to 24? 30 to 24 pop-wise. And I kind of expected it to be a little bit worse, but he has got, both teams have gotten housed a couple times.
And he's in a bad position food-wise. He's definitely not about to hit castle.
Which player, Murdock?
Murdock.
No, he's not. And the interesting thing, he is building it. He did build an archer. The interesting thing is that it almost seems like the eco has kind of switched. Like, kind of seems like
definitely
the Franks have a stronger
definitely
eco now. At least when it comes to food. Maybe not with wood and gold and all that.
No.
With food, definitely.
Yeah, he's gonna need to. He's researching wheelbarrow, but not necessarily what I would do, but definitely has its benefits. Of course, I did lose my last, 3 games.
Murdock, I think, is just putting together a little bit of a raiding party here. I don't know if he's really going to push with this. Of course, it really would do a lot of damage since the red player has no units of any kind, so you can definitely get him, at least get him off his game.
Okay, so population limit is getting a little bit out of control here.
It really is.
And again, I think it's because he doesn't have enough people on wood.
Well, he's got plenty of wood. He's got 200 wood. I mean, what's it cost? 25 to build a house?
Alright, but all these farms. Oh, Luke.
Oh, is Luke housed as well?
No, he's 4 away, but he can't build buildings to build units because he was running low on wood for a while.
Yeah.
It's that crap.
It looks like he's beginning to build some pikes, and it looks like here comes a little bit of a raiding party. This might be the end of the game, honestly, right here. Red is housed, and he has 1 spearman. Unless Murdock decides to be gracious, this might kind of be the end of the game right here. Just not scouting and not seeing the army, and not having your own army of any kind.
They'll put that watchtower.
He's going to lose 1 villager. 2 villagers, 3 villagers.
Is he not paying attention?
4 villagers. I'm not sure where else he would be looking. 5 villagers. Nope, 4 villagers.
5
villagers and a scout. 6 villagers, 7 villagers. This is definitely the end of the game right here. I don't know why he's not just pulling units back to his TC. He does have a couple scouts. Those couple scouts could probably push some of these archers away at least, but this game has kind of gotten out of hand. Just the fact that he lost those those villagers so quickly is really detrimental. And now these archers are going to have free reign in the lumber camp. Definitely needs these scout cavalry are definitely a good option for him. But he just doesn't have enough at this point. I mean, he's only got 2. He's going to take out 2. He might be able to finish off all these archers with 2 scout cavalry. However, he does not have an answer for the spearmen, and he really needs to ring this town center bell, or at least put the farmers in the TC. There we go.
Yeah, those are there. Yeah, at least get some kills in there.
All the archers have been killed. That is kind of detrimental. However, I think they kind of served their purpose. I think they. I'm not sure why he's building a lumber camp. That's the least of his problems right now.
Oh, and on the back end of this, Murdock's happily farming away, booming.
And he's continuing to build archers. Actually, he's not pushing into castle. He's continuing to build archers. So
he smells blood.
Whereas Luke is building militiamen, which are going to do well against the spearmen if he has enough. And he does have a little bit of an army here, but don't lose those scouts to spearmen. That is not a good move. Keep those scouts away from the spearmen.
So the thing that's hurting him the most here is not activity.
Yep.
They're just sitting there.
He's just.
He's definitely getting some units for free.
But he's not. He has no food production at all. No wood production. No stone. Only has 4 on gold, and he's gonna get these guys back to work. It's a good.
You need to get those guys on gold. You need to spend that gold and get some food on the table.
A good little lesson for him here to try to scout a little better. If he could have seen that coming maybe a minute early, he could have had at least enough. And honestly, there was no excuse to lose 8, 9 villagers. That was just, he should have just retreated those as soon as he saw the army. I'm not sure if he was looking at his scout. I'm not sure if he froze. I'm not sure what happened, but that was just not a great move there. Did get a tower up, however, that tower needed to be in his wood line and not right there.
4 line the villagers. They 4 line flank the villagers.
TC is idle. He's actually not building. Red is not building anything right now, and Murdock is halfway to castle. He's upgrading his archers, and he's got 13 more archers coming.
Oh, unqueue.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the end here shortly. Red does have a decent amount of scout cavalry, but that's not going to stop 20 archers.
He should push again, unless he.
I think we're going to see a push from him. Also not going to stop a castle. Let's see if he has enough. He does not have enough for a castle, and he has nobody on stone. So Luke does not need to be worried about a castle, although.
Do you think knight?
I don't think he was.
What's the Ethiopian unit? Well, it doesn't matter because he doesn't have a castle, but
it is a.
What kind of upgrades do they have here?
It's an infantry unit that does high attack damage, from the castle. That's his castle unit. Howling Man
Looks like he's got +1s on here too.
Pop capped at 60.
Yikes!
I mean,
60,
honestly,
really?
he's.
You know, I think I expected a little bit better macro. Yeah, I mean, if his macro was better, Luke would be out of this game.
Yeah. Just the fact that his TC has been idle when he has food to build villagers is a very, very bad thing. Right now it's 61.
He'll be donating $1 to missions every time Luke gets housed.
And he's housed again at 40. So just really in a bad situation. And here comes Murdock with the mass subdivision development project. By the way, if you're watching,
right there.
Yeah. If you're watching, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. We're going to be doing some casting of various skill levels. And so if you would like for us to cast one of your games, you can send it to us. Email it to me. My email is in the link of this, or in the description of this video. And leave a comment as well. Obviously, Age of Empires is enjoyed by people of all skill levels, and a lot of the games that we've casted before have been higher skill, some of them lower skill. So, gonna be interesting here to see, though, with these crossbows. I don't think these scout cavalry are really gonna hold up, and it looks like now he is building.
Holy crap! That's a lot of houses.
I don't know why I don't see.
So is Murdock playing around with him? Do you know? I don't know Murdock that well or his skill level, but
I don't think so. I think
it seems like, yeah, it seems that he's hesitant to build. Maybe he needs to organize his economy a little bit better. He's got a lot of wood, but food.
He's not too far from doubling Luke's population, and Luke's about to get housed. Luke's about to get housed again.
Who would probably beat me, pretty soundly. But when you see that discrepancy like that, it's time to shift some people around.
Right.
But I mean, he had 60. We went back about a minute and a half later. He only had 69 pop, and it's just a lack of building people.
Looks like he's about to get housed again at 55.
That is crazy.
Yeah, if he's not.
People should comment their favorite missions. That's the one we'll start donating to for that whole entire week.
Apparently.
And he needs
he's got some houses, though, being built on the northern side of his base. I just think
cannot keep up with his development.
I think that Murdock just needs to send these crossbows in and start harassing the wood line, or just poking and prodding, keeping him on his feet. They're not doing any good just sitting here, and the more time that goes by, he's just giving him an opportunity to build up more of an army. Granted, you know, the scout cavalry and his regular archers are not going to do anything, but at least Luke is still building villagers. That is a good thing, but he definitely needs to get to castle so he can get a second TC and some more upgrades. I mean, he can't build crossbows at this point. He can't even build light cavalry. All he can build is scout cavalry. I don't even think he can build pikes at this point, just spearmen. And
he needs to spend that gold. He didn't even build a market because why? But spend that gold.
Yeah, he's upgrading a stone eco upgrade, which is not necessary really at all. He can't even use this. He can't use this stone that he has. He can't. All he can build is towers. He can't build a castle. Can't build TCs. So.
Yeah, is he hoping to just throw a whole bunch of villagers on stone?
Honestly,
he's got plenty of idle villagers.
You really don't want to do any eco upgrades until you're in castle. So that's kind of just a rule of thumb. On your way to castle, you want to do double weight axe and some of those other things, but it just slows down your castle time because now you have less food and all that. So he's building a market now. Looks like he's about to go up to.
There he goes.
Yes, he's about to start going up to castle age.
He's got to queued up. Oh man, he's got other upgrades queued. There you go, man.
He canceled it. So he's on his way to castle.
Yeah, that was a good move.
So, but it's too little too late. 63 pop versus 140 pop, and Murdock could really end this game, probably with just those crossbows if he wanted to, but...
Wide open.
He even has relics.
So, what is your favorite strategy in AoE? Like, when you look at this map, how would you strategize going against an opponent at your level?
Well, it really depends. Sometimes I feel like going with some kind of a rush, whether it's an archer rush. I kind of prefer the archers, or a crossbow rush, just to kind of mess with the wood line or something like that. But it really depends on the civ. You know, I'm not really much of a rusher. If I do, it's typically an archer rush. I hardly ever infantry or scout rush or night rush. I kind of play... Yeah, just to him, but I try to play a little bit defensively. Definitely, I'd be trying to get house walls or palisade walls up, or at this point, stone walls. And he's gonna need that. Both of them are. Well.
Do you think there's a strategy to playing behind walls versus playing open?
Well, when you play open, you're spending less time and energy on building walls, but you're also kind of really risking getting raided at any second. And if you're in an attack, you may not even notice it if someone sneaks in the back of your base. So, yeah, it's definitely a risk.
Man, he's got 1,600 food now.
Yeah, I think at this point he knows that he just got the castle, and I think he knows that it's pretty much over. He has queued up 32 crossbows right now. He has queued up. So, and he's queuing up
Imperial.
I don't know why he's doing that, and a lot of eco. I think he's trying to go eco, he's trying to go military, and he's trying to go to imp all at the same time, and he has the money to do it. So, you know, why not?
Yeah, why not? If you're just gonna play around with your food before you eat it.
Yeah, and the red player getting a couple knights out. Obviously, the Franks have 20% extra HP on knights. If he got mass knights and he kept them away from those pikes, he could do a lot of damage to his crossbows. But of course, you know, those knights only have +1/+1 upgrades, and he only has 3 of them, so it's kind of a pipe dream at this point. But especially with the amount of resources that he's bringing in.
Yeah, this is tough. Obviously, dropping the castle is a good idea.
Yes.
Because you're going to be able to fall back to that.
I probably would have put it in a more defensive position, but that's not a bad spot. But I probably would have put it probably in between the gold pile and his only TC. If it could fit in there, it might fit in there, but just somewhere a little bit defensive.
On it. Yeah. There's a castle for free right there if you can get it.
Yeah, nope, if he can push that reaction before it gets built, but... Alright, here come the scout cavalry. We got the first action in how long? And they are going to get wrecked. They're going to get shredded. Good move to retreat. Very smart move there.
Told you the light brigade there.
Yeah, that was smart to retreat. Newer players, a lot of times, they like to just continue to attack into things like this. And he's just going to go once he saw the castle... Once he saw the castle going up, and once he saw all those arbalists, or crossbows, I think he just kind of realized the game was over at this point. He does have 5 archers inside of his watchtower, but that's not enough to take all those crossbows. In fact, I think even if he had Onager or Mangonels, or whatever they are, Onagers or Mangonels, whatever the first ones are, I think that would have been a rough go at that point.
Well played.
I don't know why I expected nothing less. I don't know. I just
what happened? Why? I mean, it was 42 minutes and you only came out with Scout Cavalry. What happened? Did I slow you down more than I thought I did?
I just was making like stupid mistakes. Like I don't know. I should have I felt like I should have been making knights number 1. I don't know. It took me way too long to just get back up. And as soon as you're building a castle on top of me, I still basically got freaking feudal age troops, and I don't know. I was just, I don't know. Like I literally had like, I'm struggling to try to like get food to produce people, because you killed like flipping 20 or 30 villagers. So I had to like, it took me just way too long to get.
Well, a couple things there, Luke. First of all, in the 2 games that I've watched, you go farms way too early. You need to use your boar and your deer and your berries.
I forgot about the boar. Like literally, as soon as I made farms, I was like, frick, I forgot to do the boar. And I was like, well,
because it screws up your time, because now you don't have enough wood to build buildings that you need to advance because of the farm. So that's very vital. Also, as you already know, getting housed. Both of you got housed a lot. Both of you did.
I typed it every time I did. I got housed like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
I was like, every time I do it, I was like, oh, that's 1, that's 2.
Yeah, so the farm issue, the housing, and then the biggest issue of all is the idle TC. I think is the biggest issue. That TC needs to always be making villagers, or it needs to be pushing up to another age. You never want to let it sit unless you're housed. And even when you're housed, when I'm housed, if I'm housed early, I'll cancel all my villagers and research Loom, and then and queue up my villagers after it. So at least it's researching Loom while I'm building a house. So you definitely want to do that. Do you use hotkeys, Luke? Or control groups?
Yes. I normally do. I'm sorry. What was the question? Do I use control
groups and hotkeys?
I struggle to. I do occasionally. Like I'm not like.
Well, you want to put.
I'm not great at using them.
You want to put your TC on control group number 1 at all times. So that way, I put my TC on 1. I put my scout on 2, and then I'll put my blacksmith on 3, and then I'll put maybe my castle or my barracks or whatever on 4. And that's pretty much all I use is 1 through 4. But that way I can, like, if I'm on the other side of the map with my scout, I can hit the 1 key to start up my TC, and then I can hit Q, the letter Q, to keep building more villagers.
Without scrolling back.
Without scrolling back and clicking on it, and taking more time. So, and I can just hit Q to keep building villagers.
Yeah.
So
I just yeah. There's just a lot of really like simple things that added up. The cat excuse me, horses counter the archers, right? Or no?
Yes, you did really well with the scout cavalry, because you had 2 scouts. 2 scouts killed, I think, 5 archers, which is an excellent deal for you, since scouts only cost food and archers cost wood and gold. But you just, the other big mistake was when you lost like 9 villagers for no reason. Like you should have just selected those villagers and put them inside of the TC, but you just like lost. I think it was either 8 or 9 villagers for like no reason.
They asked me if I wanted
to. I'm about to get off. Can I say one thing, and then I gotta go because it's curfew and I gotta do some homework anyways. I just want to say that I didn't know that my rush crippled you as much as it did, but it just 2 things that I'm noticing looking at this thing that you got to work on. I mean, obviously I'm not perfect, but just 2 things that I'm noticing is it took you 12 minutes longer than me to get to the castle age. And then I literally had more than double your villagers. So I had 109 villagers. You had 47. So just get your villagers up. Keep your TC.
The reason why you had double villagers is because you came in and killed like so many of my villagers, and then that's what set me back from.
Yeah, you lost a quarter of your villagers. Like I said, and for no reason. You could have just put them in the TC, but he just killed them instantly.
So what? But yeah, I may agree. I just struggled. I don't know. I should have had. I don't know.
Well, the more times that you go through something like this, like you begin to respond better under pressure, and you don't just freak out. Like you know what to do. So you
Yeah.
you say, okay, I'm gonna pull my villagers back, start building this, start building that. If you would have scouted that little raiding party, it would have been a lot better for you. If you would have scouted that earlier, you could have started building defenses or units quicker. So
Yeah, I
but
was
that
trying to like constantly like keep scouting, like in case, and that's why I had built that watchtower. But I don't know. I don't know. I should have kept on like scouting over there in his base, but I was just scared that my scout was gonna die. But I guess that's what he's there for.
yeah, it's you want to keep the scout away from the TC. That's where it'll die at. Anywhere else, you'll be all right. But honestly, he is he's played a lot more games than you,
Yeah.
and so we didn't really expect it to go too much the other way. But those are just a couple things that you can kind of
Yeah.
learn from.
Absolutely. Which I mean, I was practicing the build order this morning for like the fast castle. So, anyways, yeah, I'll get the hang of it sooner or later. I was playing. That's what I want to do. I want to play with him, and because like when which one thing I appreciate is like even you guys like just like teaching me and trying to help me, like get better and stuff. It's like
Yeah.
because I know I'm not like amazing or whatever, but I appreciate the tips and stuff. But I'll get there. I'll get there one of these days.
You will. It just takes losing to get better. That's how you get better, is by losing. I've lost so many AoE games, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
Which we used to when we played like back in the day. Like I remember one of the first times like we started playing AoE. We were doing like a local LAN game with an Ethernet cable, connecting straight from one computer to the other, and we didn't know hotkeys existed. We just played to just build up a huge thing and then like finally like attack somebody, and if you lost your army, then you were done, and you like quit. So we had like a pretty like whack version of the game like when we started playing. So,
yeah, but once you start getting competitive, you just get better and better, and you learn. You learn. I've been playing AoE since like 2005, and I didn't when the first 10 years really I didn't ever use a build order. I didn't use hotkeys. I didn't use any of that. I didn't really know what I was doing. But once you start playing competitively, you learn from other people, and that's how you get better. So
yeah, so last summer is when I really like realized that like AoE was still a thing and there's still a player base for it,
yeah,
and people are still like playing in tournaments and stuff, and I was like, oh shoot. And then Grant showed me
Red Bull just sponsored an AoE tournament.
Grant showed me a couple guys on YouTube like T90, Viper, Spirit of the Law, and a bunch of other guys. And so I started watching like a bunch of videos, like learning, like trying to get somewhat of a build order, and just certain stuff. And so, but I hadn't like a couple summers ago, I hadn't touched the game since like, since I was like 12 or 13.
Yeah.
So I turned 21 today, so I'm just like it's been like a really long time since I actually.
Oh man, happy birthday!
Thanks. Since I actually like played, it's been like a long time. And then as far as like being the game competitively, it's been about a year. But I've only played the game knowing that it's like a competitive game, knowing that like there's a lot more to it than I thought that there was, for probably like a month or two. Obviously Grant and Nathan have they played it a lot more than me, but I'm out here all the way in California, and I don't know why. I guess because they've always just kind of like been in contact with Aaron a lot more, for whatever reason. And I don't know. It's not that I feel like left out, but they love like a lot of the same games that Aaron does, and I do too. But like if you ask them, I'm a lot more of like a casual gamer. Like I mean, I enjoy it, like I enjoy like like playing video games, but like they really love like Pokemon, and different like even strategy games like this. And I like this one, but I'm just not like, I just wasn't like as hard, as hardcore as them. So I, was never really down to play as much as they were. So then they're playing all the time, and I'm just, I'm vibing on Call of Duty or whatever, whatever I'm playing. So,
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
Well, GG. You're learning. You played well, and you'll get better and better.
Yep. I'm gonna watch. Can you send